Okay, hello, bonjour y'all. My name is Brita. Hopefully I adjusted the mic correctly because I don't have my usual fancy external mic because as you can see, there's no unicorns behind me. This is my father-in-law's office. I'm at my in-laws' house in Ohio. And I did bring my webcam, which has a mic built in, but I didn't bring my extra mic that I usually use. So, and it also took me longer to make tea because usually I kind of just make a big pot in the morning and then I just keep reheating it. And this, I had to go boil another pot of water and then brew tea in here. So I'm gonna have a sip. I woke up this morning with a little bit of a cold, so I have a little bit of a sore throat. I'm not going to be as high energy as I usually am, just because, like I said, I'm dealing with a bit of a cold. Okay, so hello, Harry Potter and Debbie and Rolariana. Welcome all of you to my Thursday live stream. I actually forgot that today was Thursday. It's just been, sorry, I'm closing out of all my other tabs. It's just been a really weird week. So if you guys have ever, gone on vacation to visit your in-laws, then you know that things get weird and your schedule gets off. So I am going to start beaconing. I'm in Ruins 3. And let me know in comments if you need an explanation for beaconing, and I will explain that. So I'm also going to grab my other phone real quick, which is in my purse, so I can tweet out a link to this. Okay, I know my iPhone is in here somewhere. Hey, Ando. Oh my gosh, you're here to ask about the changes on the trace charm. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so my YouTube software was saying that my stream key was identical, and then I was trying to delete the so I changed my stream key, and then I was trying to delete that notification, and then I clicked on it, and then it switched to my live stream from September of last year, which doesn't even make any sense. So, yeah, apologies for that. I'm not entirely sure what was happening with that. It was very irritating. So I don't even know how that came up. And yeah, I didn't even realize I was live. So let me go into my studio and delete that real quick, because that wasn't even supposed to go. That wasn't even supposed to show up, obviously. I have no idea what happened there. So let me see if I can just delete it. Yeah. Yes, I understand that deleting is permanent and cannot be undone. That was my live stream from almost a year ago. Oops, y'all, I got sucked into the chamber because I was not paying attention. But I did not bring jelly beans with me. So I'm sorry, there is no bean beazle. That was not a priority for packing up our car to drive to Ohio. It's like, ah, yes, all of the things that we need to take to Ohio. Should we take Birdie's every flavor jelly beans? No, that did not happen. So how is everybody doing today? If you're in the US, didn't you enjoy the 4th of July weekend? Ours was super low-key. Saturday was my nephew's birthday party, and I had D&D Saturday night, so I did not stay late, but Dan stayed for fireworks because the town did fireworks on Saturday night. And sorry, I'm also trying to pull up Twitter to send out a link to this. Live on the night bus. What? I can't talk and write at the same time. Also, if you follow me on Twitter, I don't know if you guys saw that I tweeted about the fact that I'm not actually a witch. Because people keep following me who seem to, be into Wicca and like witchcraft and things like that, which is fine. Like, there's no judgment here. But I'm not actually a witch. So I'm sure people get confused by my title, Witches Unite. That is not what I practice. Oh my goodness. So yeah, my allergies have been really bad. But this morning, my allergies went from being allergies and they went straight into being a cold, which has been really rough. Thank you, Donovan. Yeah, my body used to be acclimated to Ohio allergens, but we moved to Georgia 6 years ago. So I guess now I'm acclimated to Georgia allergens, and I'm no longer acclimated to Ohio allergens. Also, I'm in ruins too now. Thank you, Tash, and thank you, Rolariana. Also, my in-laws don't have nearly as many like really big tea mugs as I do, which is fun if I'm downstairs because I can just make new cups of tea. But when I'm upstairs in my father-in-law's office, I was like, I should probably use my like massive Yeti for 3 normal sized cups of tea. Oh. And sometime I have to find time to film today because we're leaving in the morning to go to Columbus. And so I need to have my video ready to go tomorrow so I don't have to deal with it tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to move slightly off screen to blow my nose, you guys. I'm so sorry. I am like super stuffed up. Can I mute my microphone while I do that? Okay, well, I think I effectively muted myself, so I'm going to fix. Debbie takes her own big mug to her in-laws. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. Although, granted, the main thing is that since we've been driving, this is the tea that I make in the morning before we leave the house. And then this lasts me for like 2 hours on our drive. So I really like tea. It's convenient to have here though, because my in-laws' travel mugs are pretty old. They're not great. As Debbie pointed out, just a little reminder, Community Day is Sunday. It is not Saturday. It will be midnight to midnight in your local time, which that's pretty normal. And it'll be all about wizarding challenges. I have a video about it. I have an article about it. There is like a lot that you can do if you want to, but you can also just skip it. It's not like a really vital community day. Dan and I will be driving that day, so I'll probably get on the night bus from my car for at least part of the time to play. And I do want to get more of those Wizard Queen fragments because I need those, but I don't know if I'll have time to do much other than just completing the tasks. So Debbie, we're worried about getting a group together for Sunday, but James has come through. That sounds like something he would do. I don't know. I haven't really been on Discord this week. I'm pretty much only checking the NDA Discord for event information. Just trying to find a balance between getting the necessary things done and then, like spending time with our family and friends. It's been so busy. Like I said, our nephew's birthday party was Saturday. So that was, I was at their house maybe 11 to 5. So that was pretty busy. And then Dan's, that unit, so Dan's brother, sister-in-law, and our 2 nephews came over to here. Hey, babe.
I hear you talking about.
I am. I'm talking about how busy we've been this week.
It has been a busy week.
And, so the family came over on Sunday, and we all spent a lot of time together here. And Monday, we went to their house. And then Tuesday, the boys, our nephews came over here, and they stayed the night. So Tuesday night, we went over to his brother and sister-in-law's house. And first we had dinner with friends of ours, and then we played a board game with his brother and sister-in-law. And then last night we had dinner with 4 friends, and then today he went golfing with his dad and some of his uncles, and I had lunch with another friend. So it's been very busy, and I no longer have any idea what day or time it is. I'm just glad I came on YouTube and I was checking my comments, and Harry was like, yeah, looking forward to doing challenges with you. I'm like, oh, today is Thursday. Shanna might stream on Sunday. She usually streams on Sunday. So, I know she had asked some of the group if anyone wanted to do a group stream, which I love doing group streams. I just can't, like I said, I'll be in the car. Debbie also mostly you just want to focus on the tasks. I honestly, it's so low key that there's not really a lot to grind. Unless you just really need those fragments. And I do need is your video tasks for adversaries? I can't tell you guys what my video is. I can just tell you that as long as I find time to film and edit today, it'll be up sometime tomorrow. And I may or may not have an article up tomorrow. We'll see how much time I have to write. I have an article that I've needed to edit for like a week now, and I just haven't had time to edit it. Like with the holiday, we were trying to get everything really early for July. Just trying to schedule time to create with a long weekend and everything, and that did not quite go as I would have liked. But that's also partly just being here in Ohio with all of our friends and family. Even being here for an entire week. Like, we got here Thursday of last week, and it's so busy, and we still haven't seen everybody. There's so many of our friends who we haven't had a chance to see. It's partly because we love our nephews, and they're so cute, and so we spend as much time with them as we can. but it's hard to arrange between our friends who have kids of different ages and our friends who don't have kids. Like, and a lot of our friends aren't necessarily also friends with Dan's brother and sister-in-law. So we can't always overlap family and friends for getting together. Hey, Joseph. I'm still beaconing. Hey, Snaz. Harry's still looking. Donovan is still looking. That's okay. There's no rush. I know it can take a while for everyone to find the night bus. I'm primarily going back and forth between Ruins 2 and Ruins 3. Oh, Snaz, you just got back from Ohio. That's crazy. Because aren't you also in Georgia? Are we living parallel lives? Harry, the only thing you missed in the last 15 minutes was a detailed description of everything I've done in Ohio the last week. That's it. Nothing too exciting. Snaz, maybe in August. I'm trying to remember when August Community Day is. But depending on our schedule, maybe we can both join the Atlanta group for Community Day. August might end up being busy though, because Dan and I are coming back to Ohio for a weekend to go to Cedar Point. And I'm actually talking for my blog side of things, my like non-Harry Potter side of things. I'm talking to a travel company about doing a sponsored trip. Don't want to talk too much about that until it actually happens, but if we do that, that's going to be in August. Harry, yes, I deleted most of her comments because they were just unnecessary and unhelpful. All right, y'all, I'm in Ruins 5. There were people in Ruins 2 and Ruins 3, but there was somebody who was not a friend of mine in Ruins 4, so that's why I jumped down to Ruins 5. Yeah, we can do Chambers Forest 1 to Forest 3. Like, if you're looking for specific challenge fragments, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if those are all of, if that's their initials, Debbie. At least, I don't remember all 3 of the initials. One of them's L. But I think they also go by slightly different names on different platforms. Snaz, my family lives on the other side of the North Coast. I'm probably going to butcher this. Ashtabula Harbor? Cool. And Dan's family is mostly, I would say, North Ohio, because like we're in Bluffton right now, and his brother and his sister-in-law live in Findlay. He has a lot of family in Lima, and that's before his grandmother died. That's where she lived. Yeah, and then there's a little bit of family outside of Columbus in Dublin, and then we have friends, of course, here in Findlay, but then we also have friends in Dayton and friends in Columbus. So, lots of people in Ohio. Yeah, and I'm definitely excited to do whatever today. I finally have plenty of spell energy. I mean, I've been over full for days, even doing lots of tonic for trace detection and chase charms for the dragons and all of that. Um, just because it's funny because where I am right here at my in-laws' house, there's like nothing on the map. But we've gone out enough into the town of Bluffton and then into Findlay where I've been able to visit inns and greenhouses and stuff. So I'm constantly topped up on spell energy. Oh, and snowdrop. Okay, Ohio has so much snowdrop. I finally have a decent stockpile of snowdrop after basically being out of it for months. It's been so nice. Harry has only 10 kilometers left to gold on all dragon pages. That is so exciting. I'm on gold on all of my pages, but I definitely just didn't have enough time to walk this week in order to get all of the dragon fragments I need to green star them. So I'm just going to have to wait until we have another dragon event. But it has been really nice placing the dragons multiple times. I've only gotten a few gold gifts, which is kind of a bummer. But my trace charm has stayed topped off, which is really great because, of course, I've been using my trace charm a lot on the red beams. Also, does anyone else think it's interesting that the beams are bugged for almost all of the foundables, but they're not bugged for the severe dragons? Like, they still have an orange beam for the severe dragons, which I think is really interesting. Debbie is all on gold and green starred. Wow, are you serious on everything, including adversaries? That is so impressive. You should get some sort of prize for that. Like, that's amazing. Joseph has 7 opalite Portkeys to open up. And Debbie's last goal is maxing her 3rd profession adversaries tree. Yeah, that's a big goal. Although, have you had enough restricted section books to do 3 professions? I guess with the restricted section books, it depends on if you save them for professions versus use them for SOS training. Because I definitely used a bunch on SOS training and not my 3rd profession. So I'm only, like, professor is obviously my primary profession, but then I've maxed out Magizoologist. And I've done some work on Auror. In fact, it was kind of funny, right before, like, adversaries came out in December. In November, I sunk like 90 spell books into my Auror profession. And then we needed spell books for advanced adversarial combat. Harry, for oddities, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't thinking about that, but you're right. Urkling is still yellow, and Vampire is still yellow. Was it the Death Eater is orange? Like, all of the oddities are correct. Which does not make any sense. Alright, so Debbie is waiting for more green books for restricted section books to finish SOS training. Yeah, that makes sense, for sure. Because I know it's a lot. You need just 3 restricted section books to do the Magi adversaries tree. That's impressive. Joseph always plays as Auror. Yeah, I know Steph always plays as Auror. And Dan had, like, back when Dan was still playing often, he had started working on I think the Magizoologist skill tree. But he pretty much always plays as Auror as well. All right, you guys, who is still looking? Can you sound off in chat if you are still looking? Oh, Donovan, I'm so sorry. Donovan, I know that we're friends in the game. If you are friends with somebody else, like we can keep a rotation of a beacon going, so you can still try and find us. No. And I can honestly say I don't know anything about the next Brilliant event. Um, like, okay, I know this sounds really vague, but this is all I can say. They were working on stuff that affects the calendar, which is why only part of the July calendar is announced, because they don't know yet if everything will be ready for the other stuff that they want to happen in July. So I know that's really vague, but that's all I can say. Okay, Harry is still looking for the bus. Okay, that is fine. We can keep beaconing. I need so many spell bugs in Defense Against the Dark Arts books. Like, a lot. In fact, I had already gone, because I needed so many Defense Against the Dark Arts books for my next node in adversaries. I actually went ahead and spent more spell books on my Aura Profession, because I figured it was going to take me so long to get the Defense Against the Dark Arts books that I could get the spell books in the same amount of time. I was wrong, because during the Lockhart Adversaries event, I had so many more adversaries on my map than I usually get, and the density of Lockhart versus the other adversaries was really good, and he's a pretty easy adversary. So I ended up defeating a lot more adversaries during the event than I normally do, because, like I said, one, I had greater access just in general, and two, a much higher percentage of them than usual were the featured one, which was easy. So I got tons of Defense Against Dark Arts books from the adversaries event compared to what I normally do. And now the spell books are holding me back from the advanced adversarial combat. So good, y'all. Also, I'm sad that I had to miss Wizarding Wednesday yesterday. I was hoping to jump in on that, but since they're having to start at 4:30 for Sue's job, Dan and I left here shortly after 4:30 to go ahead, and it's like a half-hour drive from Bluffton to Findlay, and where we had dinner with our friends, they don't take reservations, and for a group of 6, we wanted to get there early to go ahead and get a table. So yeah, I wasn't by a computer for Wizarding Wednesday. I had to miss it. And I'll probably miss it next week too. Just because I'll be in South Carolina with my family. So, I don't know how many of you guys are in the WooTubers Discord, which I'm actually going to link real quick. But if you want to find a place where you can easily talk to all of the different Wizards Unite content creators, all of us are in there. That is like one place to hang out with all of us. But I did recently ask a question that I thought would be fun to go over today, which is, what's the best vacation you've ever taken? Debbie asked if I finished the event. Yes, I did. So spawns here at my in-laws house are terrible, But all of the places where we've been going to visit friends, there's plenty of spawns everywhere. So it hasn't been an issue. Plus it started on Friday, so we were already in Ohio. But yeah, plus, I mean, I've been using tonic for trace detection here at my in-laws' house, and then just using my trace charm on any of the red beams to get more dragons. So I finished the event like 2 days ago, which has been really nice. But yes, I want to know the best vacation that you have ever taken. Where did you go? How old were you? Like, who was with you? What made it amazing? I honestly don't know the best vacation I've ever taken, which I realize I'm the one who asked the question, so like I should have an answer to that. But I have been fortunate to have gone on a lot of different vacations. So as a family, like when I was a teenager, one of my most memorable vacations was we went to New Orleans for a week. I was 16. It was like spring break my junior year of high school. So almost 17. And I had never been to New Orleans before. And like we went to all these cool restaurants. We went to the zoo and the aquarium and of course the French Quarter. So that was just really, really fun. And then, let's see, Dan and I honeymooned in Puerto Rico, which was also really fun. And we both discovered that we like rum, because rum is, like, that's one of the places where they make rum is Puerto Rico. And it was a nice combination of relaxing and doing activities. Like, we got to see, I think it's called Arecibo. And that's like a massive, I don't think telescope is the right word. Massive something. But anyway, it's collapsed since then, so you can't see it anymore. And we also got to do a boat ride in a bioluminescent bay. So like when the water moves, it lights up because of all the teeny tiny bioluminescent like plankton, I think, which was really fun. But it's one of the issues with trying to choose a favorite vacation is that I've gotten sick on so many vacations because I have Crohn's disease, so a lot of times I get sick with Crohn's, but I'm also immunocompromised. A lot of times I get a cold, and then those things kind of spoil the vacation. All right, guys, so I think we have enough people to get started. So, okay, lag is 12 seconds. That's not bad. So I'm going to start it in Forest 3. We might need to do a rotation of beacon if more people are still looking. I need to drink more tea. All right. It's kind of fun having a team with 3 ores, so yeah, 10 to 12 seconds is not bad. I forget which one of you suggested it, but I now set I do a low latency on my stream. Harry, it's up to you. I mean, we have other professors, because Stirrups is on the bus. So you can play whatever you want. Oops. My phone is already getting warm. Hopefully the battery is going to last for the entire stream because I didn't want to plug it in to avoid it getting overheated. So if anybody is still looking for the bus, please let us know in chat, and we will set up a rotation for beacon. We'll take turns because I do not mind being the beacon while other people play. Yeah, it doesn't have to be super balanced in Forest. I mean, I'll even play without it with only 2 professions in Forest. But I know most people would agree that the ideal group is 2 professors, 2 aurors, and 1 magzoologist. But it is kind of fun doing 1 professor, 3 aurors, and 1 magzoologist because I get all that focus. It's so nice. It's like, yeah, focus, focus, focus. I can do all my charms and all my hexes. Oh yeah, I'm invincible. I also love being invincible. Especially when I'm not even proficient against it. Okay, let's see if anything has come up for me. Oof. Well, I can do all my hexy hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's still going to be something else coming. One of the things we did last night with our friends, so we had dinner at a local brewery, which is always cool because local beer is awesome. I mean, who doesn't love local beer, right? And but then when we left that, we ended up going down the street to this really cool kind of speakeasy themed bar. You know, lots of wood paneling and like kind of like a little bit of glitz, if that makes sense. And like our server was wearing, you know, a beaded 1920s kind of dress. And so we all had fancy cocktails, which was really fun. Because I don't usually get cocktails, but it can be fun, like when they're fancy. I can understand that, Joseph. I mean, beer is definitely not for everybody. And Dan and I we mostly like very different beer. So we have a couple of kind of basic beers that we both like, and we'll tend to have those in our fridge. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got my last Magic is Might statue. I'm so excited. I have been trying to get that for so long. So now I have to choose a different runestone. Yes, I can be working on Legends of Hogwarts. So the funny thing is, I didn't like beer until I lived in France, which is not exactly known for their beer. But my friends and I would frequently we would either go to the local Portuguese bar, and again, this is in France, or we would go to the local British pub, again in France, and we would just get a pitcher and share it with a table. And so I started drinking beer because of that. Hey, Steph. How are you today? Joseph, I probably drink more wine than beer. Like, I'm definitely more of a wine drinker. But the nice thing about beer is that they're usually individual servings for drinking at home. Whereas if you get an individual serving of wine, it's really expensive. Like the per ounce cost is really expensive. But if Dan only likes certain types of beer. Or sorry, Dan only likes certain types of wine. And if we're wanting to, share a bottle, that can become an issue. Steph, that is a very positive outlook. I feel you on the fatigue. My entire sleep schedule is messed up because we're in Ohio. And then that on top of my Ohio allergies are killing me. So I keep like waking up in the middle of the night to sneeze, which is the worst. Of course, Dan is fine. He's still going to bed at a reasonable hour every night and then waking up ridiculously early every morning, as he does. Oh, also one thing that is not really related to Harry Potter, you guys, but I just wrote a new book review of the books I've been reading for the last 5 weeks. So it's a book series and it's 6 books. So that's what I spent like all of June and then part of July reading. So if you are looking for like a new fantasy book to read, definitely check that out because I am obsessed. Energizer Bunny Antics is 100%. That is such a good description of Dan. And I don't know how he does it. He just has so much energy all the time. Unless it's 9:30 at night and he had a drink. But it was amazing that he stayed up last night. I was the one who drove us home last night. Because he had a total of 3 drinks, which pretty much never happens, you guys. For perspective, that never happens. And we were out with our friends probably until almost 10, which is also really late for him. So he was so tired when we got back home. Have I read the Ichabod? No, I have not. I don't know anything about that. Is that the one that she was writing like a chapter at a time and then sharing it? I have so many books on my to read list, and some of them are just because I already own them on my Kindle. And then now that I'm feeling a little bit better about being in public spaces and touching things that other people have touched, I really need to go to our public library again because there are some fantasy series that people have recommended to me that are on my long to-do list or to-read list. And I looked up the price of buying them because they're the kind of books that I'm probably going to want to read more than once, which is usually my rule for buying a book. But they were a little pricey. So I'm going to actually read them first and then decide if I'm going to read them multiple times. I am probably not going to do Go Fest. I mean, I haven't bought a ticket. It's not a convenient weekend for me, which is such a bummer because they're actually doing one in Atlanta. And so that would be so perfect to be able to go to Go Fest, like the small version in Atlanta. But it's in 2 weekends, right? Steph, my local does have online ebooks. They almost always have a really long wait list though, which is frustrating. Once upon a time, I actually had access to I had access to 4 different libraries. And so when there was a book I wanted, I would just go on the waiting list for the ebook at every single one of those libraries. It was great. Man, I have all this focus left over at the end and I can't do anything. So yeah, the 17th to the 18th. So the 17th, hi Melissa. The 17th, we are actually visiting my best friend in South Carolina in Greenville, and her boyfriend is going to do a one-shot for Dan and me for D&D to try and like introduce Dan to D&D, which I feel like he's gonna like it, and I hope that he does. But then that night I have D&D online with my groups, with like friggin' Nerds Media and Expecto Go. We all do D&D every other Saturday night. And then Sunday is when I'm going to drive back to Georgia. Okay, guys, let me go grab a cable and my battery pack because my phone is low on battery. Alright guys, sorry that took so long. I have a battery pack in my purse. I had a cable in here, which Dan borrowed. I have no idea where he put it. And and then in our guest bedroom, he's asleep. So then I'm having to go around really slowly to try and find the cable. I can beacon. Sorry, I don't know who needs a beacon. Sorry, I just messed up. Yes, Aura Focus Wars are very entertaining. As a professor, I still hate having focus left over. Stuff, I can beacon for you. Melissa, I'm at my father-in-law's. This is my father-in-law's home office. He lets me set up my computer when we come here for a week. Joe is still looking for the Makusa crest. Okay. Hey, Leanna, I am beaconing. I am in Ruins too. So I can beacon for a bit. Get my charge back up on my phone. So hopefully it doesn't lag when I'm actually playing. If Dan weren't asleep, I would ask him to boil me more water to make me more tea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they recently reorganized in here because my father-in-law's desk used to be more in the middle of the office. But they have he has boxes of Legos up there. And he also has his rocks. He minored in geology. So he's retired now, but he was very valuable as a civil engineer with a decent expertise in geology. Yeah, we can rotate beacons. So whoever, like, I don't mind beaconing for a bit. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm definitely friends with Steph. I'm pretty sure I'm friends with Leanna. And I think I'm friends with Melissa as well. Oh, it's hard to keep track. And I'm just as bad because my in-game name is Balbrita and everything else on the internet is for this game is Witches Unite. But I did that because my Pokemon Go name is Balbrita. Balbrita has been my online name since 2009. So that is that's the name that I wanted to have. But I do actually have the HP Witches Unite handle in Witches Unite because sometime it's happened a few times actually, and I have to log in again and I use the wrong email to log in because I can't, it's one of 3 emails and I'm pretty sure it's one of 2, so I always try one of those 2 and half the time I'm right and half the time I'm wrong. And so when I was wrong, I had to start a new account and there's not an easy way to go back and undo it. So I had to go through the tutorial and everything and then log out. So now I just keep that account and for when I log in with the wrong email again, which happens a few times a year. So one of the fun things about being in Ohio, we haven't been here since Thanksgiving. And of course, at Thanksgiving, we didn't get to see very many people because that's when the variants, the more viral variants started coming out. And of course, we didn't have vaccines yet. But now I'm getting to see people in person. It's great. And I'm getting to show them my glasses because I just got these in January. So I wasn't here. I still have my old glasses at Thanksgiving. And you can change the way they look. And I know it's with this much glare on me because there's a window in front of me. You probably can't tell super much that they're different colors because with the glare, they probably just mostly look white. But they're different shades of pink, obviously. They're obviously different shades of pink. And I love my glasses so much. Harry Potter, I feel as though your name is pretty obviously not your real name. Just because it's obviously a play on the name Harry Potter. But I do realize since you have it written out as a first name and a last name, it could be a real name. Steph is on the bus. What? Oh, thanks, Melissa. Yeah, the confetti ones are probably out of my current pairs. The confetti are my favorite. But I just ordered a bunch of new ones that will hopefully be at the house when we arrive. So the thing is, on Sunday, we're driving back to Georgia. Dan is working from home on Monday. And Monday night, we're driving to South Carolina. So I know we held our mail for this trip, but I don't know if Dan if we're picking up the mail on Monday and then having our mail be held again starting on Tuesday, or if Dan just decided to have our mail held for 2 whole weeks. So we'll see. But yeah, I ordered a bunch of more of my tops and I'm really excited. They had some really cute ones for Pride. And Dan was teasing me the other day. He said, even if you were straight, you would still love all the Pride stuff because of all the rainbows and the glitter and everything. And that's true. Oh no, your glasses give you headaches? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it can be to find like glasses that work. Because it's not just getting the right prescription, but the right like tightness here, but also here. Because Dan tried to fix my old pair for me because they slid down my nose a lot. I mean, and these ones slide a little bit, but not as bad. So he put like a little bit of like grip inside, and it was great for like the first day. I got a headache and I didn't know why, and I was like, well, you know, sometimes you just have a headache. The second day I also had a headache, and I realized that even though I was loving the fact that my glasses weren't sliding down my nose because they were, you know, it was like tighter, snugger right here on my nose, whatever it was, whatever that tiny little bit of extra pressure was too much, and it was causing me to have a headache. So then he had to sand down the stuff that he had put on my glasses. Consider yourself lucky, Joseph. I am nearsighted, so I've been wearing glasses since I was 12. My twin brother has to wear glasses sometimes, but everyone else in my family is nearsighted. All right, guys, who else is looking for the bus? They press them behind your ears, and after an hour or so, it feels like have a vice grip. Yikes. That is so painful. Like, I know what you mean. Before I discovered this brand, I was trying, like, at the store, different pairs of glasses on, and it was just, like, really hard, because I'm petite, and, like, I have a small face, but there's a gap between the smallest women's glasses and the largest children's glasses. So I was trying on all of the smallest women's glasses, and they were too big for my head, but the largest children's glasses were too tight for my head. Yeah, it was very annoying. So I'm really glad that I found this brand, Pair Eyewear, because they fit my face pretty well. They're still like a smidgen big. Like even the kids ones, my tortoiseshell ones are technically kids glasses. But they fit a lot better than what's available in stores. Yeah, Snaz, you're right. And that can be hard too. Getting the pupil distance and everything. And that's one of the challenges of ordering glasses online is getting your pupil distance right. But I both measured it myself according to like how, you know, the website suggests that you measure it, but I also had my eye doctor do it, and I got the same number. So I felt fairly confident that the pupil distance was correct. Y'all, who is still looking for the night bus? Okay, I'm still beaconing, but I kind of want to play again. So who is still looking for the night bus? Yeah, Harry, do you want to go? I could go for Dark 5. Melissa, who are you friends with? Since I just abandoned my beacon. Okay, so Leanna and Melissa are both still looking. Is Debbie our only magizoologist today? Oh no! Debbie fell off the map. Okay. Give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna hop out and go into Diagon Alley. And I'll use my other phone to switch to Magizoologist. So just give me a minute to do that. Y'all, I love my iPhone. They're like, Wizards Unite has been using your location when the app is closed. Do you want to continue that? Yes, yes I do. Okay, well I'm 100% going to pick up this Portkey real quick and start it. That's been one of the hardest things here at my in-laws' house, because getting the Portkeys, because I can walk them off here and then I like don't get the Portkeys. Okay. All right, let me see where I am with my battery. Oof, it's still pretty low. Oof, okay. Hopped out of that one. Like 3 seconds left. All right, you guys. Let's try Dark 5 again. And of course, I don't know who Squid 999 is, but of course that's a Magizoologist who's joining us. That's always the way it happens now that I've changed my profession. Okay, well, Melissa and Leanna, I will go back to Beaconing in Ruins after I do a Dark 5. Although Harry's changing his profession to professor right now. So we gotta wait. So in case you guys have ever wondered just how much tea I like to drink, this is a very large cup. I'm almost done with it. It's been an hour. Okay, I'm gonna back out of the bus. Or the chamber. And wait for Harry. Harry says to go Beacon. Okay. I can Beacon more for a bit. I'm in Ruins too, y'all. Now I'm all out of tea. I'm so sad. Tea is the best thing ever. That's okay, Harry. Leanna, you found us. Yay, I'm so excited. That is awesome. Oh my god, and Melissa found us. Okay, well now that we have 2 more Magizoologists, I'm gonna go back. Y'all, this is so funny. I'm gonna go back to Diagon Alley, and I'm gonna switch to Professor again. Oh my goodness. This is great. It's the calamity at work. That's what's going on. It's the calamity at work. Right. Yes, the complaining is the surefire way to find the bus. And then everyone else changing their profession to your profession is the other way to find the bus. Okay. Dark 5, y'all. Let's do it. Also, don't forget that thanks to Leanna's generous donation, we unlocked a code to take 25% off anything in my store. And then that also works for Wizards Unite Hub. So if you guys want any Witches Unite merch, or if you want any Wiz Hub merch, then you can take 25% off using the code LOVE25. There's also a LOVE20 code, and that's because some of the products have a smaller, they have a really small profit margin, and you can't go negative. Like Teespring has their minimum price for things, it's their cost. So if the LOVE25 doesn't work, try LOVE20, because it could be you're just getting one of the things where I did a really small profit margin. All right, does anybody else want to come to Dark 5? We could use another Auror or another Professor. Yay, Harry Potter's in there. Perfect. We are good. What? I'm excited. I haven't done Dark 5 in a while. Alright, my phone is hot, so I'm going to unplug it for a little bit and hope that it's okay. Wow, that is a lot of... oh, your other phone is dead. Yeah, that's okay. Not a problem. Okay, cool. Bravery and proficiency both went out really fast. Awesome. I can get this down a little bit. Oof, nice. Critical hit. Since I don't have a shield yet. What? Oh yeah, my phone is lagging even though I unplugged it. That is not good. I heard some people play with ice packs to keep their phones from overheating. Actually, when we're back in Georgia, which after our trip to South Carolina, I want to take my phone to a repair shop just to have them look at it, because the GPS has been really screwed up for the last couple of months, which doesn't make any sense. And my phone is only 2 years old. It should not be giving me this many problems. And the overheating has been an issue, so I don't know if I need a new battery. Like, I don't want to buy a new phone. I'm perfectly happy with my phone. It's just giving me so many issues. Okay, Snaz needs a revive. Oh, okay. When you got it. Y'all are fast. So impressive. Okay. Alright. I wonder if I need to do partials. I mean, bravery and proficiency are both out. think I'll do one more hit on this and then go to the elites. Oof, it is so laggy, you guys. So I still need elites for the achievement. Does anybody else need elites for the achievement? Because I can share. I love being invincible. I know I keep saying that, but it's really the best. Woohoo! Hey, Cindy. How are you? Okay, I'll be honest, I don't really know if both Magzoologists need a shield right now. So I'm gonna hex. Cindy, if you're wanting to play, we can set up a beacon for you. I can beacon after dark 5, or somebody else can beacon. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. I know you've had some things going on lately. All right. Oh my gosh, your dog started pulling threads off a toy and you had to rescue. That's pretty adorable, to be honest. Okay, Cindy, that's fine. Thanks for coming in to say hi. I'm glad you did. I know there's so many different, between the YouTube live streams and the different Discords, there are a lot of groups during the week. And of course, it's hard to find a time that, with all the different time zones, that like everyone is available at once. Snaz, if you want to back out of the pixie, I can do it. I mean, you can take it if you need the elite. So much focus. The only professor. I did lots of hexes and charms. Of course, the flying key is what I don't need. But that's okay, because I'm going to get the Wizard Chess Queen soon. Alright, Harry Potter still needs elites. Yeah, I do too, but I don't mind sharing them. Do you want to do another Dark 5? While I have spell energy. Okay, we can do one more Dark 5. Awesome. We had the same team. Like the band is back together. I tried to convince Dan. Let me check my real. Okay, I need to plug my phone back in. I tried to convince Dan to come play with us today, but we were up kind of late last night, especially for him, and I think he had to wake up a bit more than usual, which is saying something because he's always up early anyway. Because he went um, golfing this morning. Oh, and my tiny little screencasting overlay got moved. So I had to carefully shift that back. Yeah, I actually probably should have put on a brain elixir because I am level 60, but I haven't done the achievement yet of using so many brain elixirs. All right, I'm gonna take a pause and check on my focus. All right, I can do one, and is there anything easier for me to focus on? Yeah. So guys, I am going to finish a little early today. I'm going to try and finish around 5:15, so in about 20 minutes. Just because I still need to film, and we're having dinner with some of Dan's aunts and uncles are over, in addition to his parents. We're at his parents' house. And so I just need to have time to film and have dinner with the family and edit. Because we're leaving in the morning. And pack. We have to pack up our stuff again. Okay. Yikes, you guys. This is so unbalanced. I'm the only professor. I wasn't even deliberately partialing. I was backing out. Oh, I did not see that this. Oh no, that's my health. I'm like, geez. Oh, well, I just died. Yeah, I wasn't deliberately partialing. I was just backing out to see if I had more focus. And apparently I need to be partialing. What does my family think of my videos? So, y'all, my dad is the sweetest. He doesn't know, like, he's only read the first Harry Potter book. He's seen some of the movies. He doesn't know anything about geolocation games aside from, you know, when Pokemon Go came out, like, I took some pictures at his house, some AR photos. He doesn't get any of that. And he still watches most of my videos. He still reads most of my blog posts. He, you know, is like proud of the work that I'm doing with Wizards Unite Hub. He's really supportive. He, like, even without knowing what I do, like anything about the game. And Dan's family is supportive too, which they don't watch my videos. But I mean, I've been blogging for a lot longer than I've been doing YouTube. Like, I started Bella Brita on, like, my first blog post was July 4th, 2014 on Bella Brita. And then I also have a second website that I've really been focusing on this year. So me doing YouTube videos is really just an extension of what I've been doing for years. It's just that it's focused on Harry Potter and not other things, which, I mean, Dan and I've talked about it, and I mean, at some point I think that I might want to do video content to support my websites. I just don't have time. Like, my health is still not amazing, so I still deal with a lot of fatigue, and there's only so many hours in a day when you're exhausted all the time. I have a lot fewer, like, good hours in a day, and that's on top of needing more sleep than most people. And that's not even taking the time out of my life for all my doctor's appointments and my tests and everything. So Who else needs a hex? You get a hex. And you get a hex. And you get a shield. And I will go take the hardest one. But yeah, like I have so many ideas for having a separate YouTube channel that would be more travel and lifestyle. I just don't have time for it. Not right now. I mean, I have reels for Instagram that I filmed like in February. And I haven't put them all up yet because I haven't edited all of them. You know, Debbie, that's a good reminder. I've been wanting to check out your channel for probably 6 months, and I keep forgetting to do that. Because from Witches Unite, I only subscribe to Harry Potter stuff, and like a little bit of Pokemon Go stuff. But I watched other things through my personal Gmail account and my personal YouTube account with that. And it's such a hodgepodge of different things that I subscribe to. Which is why I don't subscribe to them from Witches Unite, because that affects your recommendations, and that can affect your own channel. If the algorithm is similar to how like the Facebook and Instagram algorithm work, which I would guess is probably true, then that's like why I only follow relevant channels on my Witches Unite channel. You haven't uploaded anything lately? Okay. If I had the money, I would hire somebody to edit for me, because I love filming and I really enjoy creative filming, which creative videos I don't get to do very often. It's just the editing takes so long, and I don't always have time for it. It would be great if I had money to hire somebody else to edit. Joseph, are you still hunting your, does anyone want to do Forest 4? Like, I kind of want to fragment, but my phone is so slow and laggy. I'm worried about doing more Dark 5s. So I'm going to do Forest 4 if anybody wants to join me there. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. That's okay, Harry. You can play as Or. Like, that's fine. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Especially since I've dropped down the forest. I know Joseph is doing Forest 3, I think, to track down the specific things. But I want the guaranteed exploration fragment, which is Forest 4 higher. So that's why I want to do Forest 4. Yeah, the last one was tough it was so unbalanced. So there were so many different things for me, and I hate being the one trying to partial everything. All right, we have a random, but I'm totally okay with that. I don't mind playing with a random. I kind of feel like it's a gracious thing to do, because we have these organized groups where we're pretty good at doing stuff, and I feel like it's helpful when people are on the bus, like we're able to help them. I mean, I still have comments on my videos being like, what is the beacon strategy? How do you use Discord with the night bus? So, you know, just because there's so many of us who do that doesn't mean that everyone knows how it works. Plus, not everybody has the time for it. Like, that's what I talked about in my most recent video when I was linking to my my Fortress playlist. You know, if I'm giving advice on fortresses, I want it to be applicable to somebody who has 20 minutes to play and they get on the night bus and they play with other people and they can't communicate with other people. You know, it's great if you have the time to do a live stream like this with me because, you know, I love that you guys are here. I have so much fun doing this. I have fun joining. I expect to go on Wednesdays when I have time to join, like Shanna on Sundays. Like, I love all of that. But not everybody has time for that, and not everybody uses Discord to communicate. So I want to give advice on doing wizarding challenges that are not dependent upon communication. You know, how can you do your best? How can you be, you know, a helpful teammate even if you're on the night bus with strangers? And I think it's nice if those of us who are in a group who can communicate are able to help a random person on the night bus who maybe doesn't usually get to play with a group of 5. Which I do hope some newer players don't just to not complete the tasks than it is to unlock Dark 5 before you're ready for it. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Well, I am sharing rural internet with my in-laws, so that could be a contributing factor here. Hopefully the buffering's not too bad, you guys. I mean, I don't know what my older brother-in-law is doing right now. He could be streaming. He could be gaming with somebody. Those kind of things affect the upload speed. And there are a lot of people in the house right now because, like I said, there are some of Dan's aunts and uncles are here. So if people are all on their phones, you know, that could be affecting this. Okay, I don't know why. The other magizoologist jumped out. Could be watching 4K content. Yeah, it's possible, for sure. But yeah, my most recent video had, like, all the video I filmed for it had such a huge file size. So I don't know if we accidentally changed the setting on the camera or what, but Dan adjusted one of the settings and we're going to test it. Film my next video and see if the quality is okay. Alright, do you guys want to do one last Dark 5 before I peace out for the evening? Because then, yeah, I need to, I probably need to pack. I don't know what time we're having dinner. And I need to film. Luckily, because we're in Ohio and it's further north, it's light outside for so much longer. Steph sent a library invite to my Witches Unite email. Okay, cool. Thank you. I I'm always looking for more libraries to check out ebooks. It was really nice when I had access to 4 libraries. I can no longer pass for a college student. I went to Furman University, which is in Greenville, South Carolina. And so I had a library, I had an account at that library. Normally, if you don't live there, you have to pay a fee. Because I was a student, I was able to get a library card there. And I still, I kept renewing it. You know, like I was still saying that I was a student probably until I was about 25. At which point I wasn't sure I could keep passing for being a college student. Because you have to, like, they block your card after a couple of years, and then you have to go back and, like, show up in person. And in Greenwood, I can't remember the last time I checked my Greenwood account. I don't know if I still have that one active. But I would take in my passport and use that as my ID because I was still living in Greenwood when I got my passport, and so it still had that address and everything. But now I haven't been there for a while, and of course I've had to get a new passport since then because that one expired. And my new passport has my Georgia address. But I still have my old passport, so I might just be like, hey, this is my expired passport. It's a form of government ID. A lot of the librarians there still know me because they've been there a long time, and they know that I don't actually live in South Carolina. They don't care. Ooh, Steph, it's your tiny mobile personal library. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely excited to check that out. Yes, us book nerds do need to stick together because books are the best. In fact, one of the reels I wanted to do for Instagram is kind of about how much I read books. And it's a 2-parter that I want to do. Debbie, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope that you have a great evening. Good sleep. I know it's late for you, and I appreciate that you come to my stream even though it's late for you. Yes. Okay, so that game was actually playing in the bar last night. The England versus Denmark game, I think. So good luck to England. Woohoo! Go England. It was very weird to be in an American bar and have all these Americans watching soccer slash football. Stuff. You know I've already bought Sue's book. I pre-ordered her book. And then, of course, when I saw her back in October in Nashville, I completely forgot to take the book with me to get it autographed. I need to do that. But I love fantasy. I love fairy tales. So, like, this, like, really cool, funky retelling of Rumpelstiltskin is totally my jam. Okay, good. There's an elite werewolf. Yeah, a lot of us did. And to any of you, if you really like a particular author, pre-orders can make a big difference in, like, how much marketing the publisher is going to do. So pre-orders can help a lot with an author's success. So, like the fairy tales that I linked my book review of, I've already pre-ordered the next one in the series that comes out in a few months. And I have all of those books. The author's name is Melanie Sellier, and I have all of her books on Kindle, and I like them so much I'm thinking about ordering them on paperback. We'll see how much space we have. Dan and I are radically cleaning out our house So our house is currently a mess because we have piles of stuff to donate all over the house. And if you guys go check out my Facebook profile, I publish things public. I post most stuff publicly, so we don't have to be friends. You can have your privacy. I mean, you can add me as a friend if you want, but you can have your privacy if you want to keep Facebook for like your real life friends. But I've been taking pictures of books that I'm giving away, and I'll send them to anybody in the U.S. Like I'll cover shipping to anybody in the U.S. And if you live outside the U.S., just whatever the cost of shipping is. In fact, let me pull that up real quick in case anybody's looking for new books. And I'm going to post more soon. I just haven't had time. And one of the books that I'll be posting is actually Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. No, wait, that's not. It's not the direct link. Where's the direct link? Because we have 2 full sets of the Harry Potter books, and then we have an extra copy of Deathly Hallows. So if you guys want to check out, most of these books have been claimed. Some of the books here are still available, and I'll be posting more books later in the month. So, woohoo! I have so much stuff to place now. I'm pretty excited. My phone is so hot. All right. You guys, I'm so excited. Yes, Harry, thanks for playing with us. That was awesome. Good work, everybody. Dark 5 is so much fun. My phone is so hot. I'm gonna have to turn it off after this and let it recharge while not using it. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is taking me so long to get those Magic is Mine statues so that I can prestige this. Oh, no. My screen thing is not wanting to. Good luck, Joseph. I hope that you get whatever you're tracking. Okay, I think that was it. And then I accidentally did one in Ruins. So yay, Creature Discomforts. And then let's see how many spell books I get. And then I have to go. I have to finish this up. 1, 2, 3. 3 level ups, 6 spell books. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Which, there we go. I got Cho Chang's wand. So that's more. And then I think it's one of these. Here we go. What was that? The Probity Probe? Alright, I think that was it for placing. Replacing items. I still need a lot on the symbols of the Wizarding World. And I still need law enforcement. Okay. Cool. That was fun, you guys. But I need to go drink a ton of water because my throat is so sore now. So, Harry Potter. Mods can delete comments here in chat. I don't know if you guys can delete comments from my YouTube channel. I don't think so. I think it's just chat. That's good though. I mean, if you want to, yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question. Yeah, I do need to add some lemon and honey. Look at my in-laws. I should have that. So thank you everybody for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun. You guys are the best. And I'll let you guys know about next Thursday. I might not be able to do next Thursday just because I don't have a lot of time in Greenwood and at my dad's house, and we have a lot going on right now. So just stay tuned, and I'll update here if I'm able to do Thursday or not. So yeah, thanks everybody. I hope everyone has a great evening. Until next time, au revoir, witches.